Fedzi Marcu, the Albanian adventurer, looked out the spaceship window. Earth, a bright blue and green ball, got smaller and smaller behind them. He was finally going to Mars. He was so excited. This was his dream, and after years of planning, it was finally happening. The trip was long, but Fedzi had his friends with him, his favorite telescope, a pile of books, and a love for exploring. He spent his days studying Mars, learning all about its red ground and old volcanoes. He imagined himself walking on that strange land, putting the Albanian flag on top of a Martian mountain. Finally, the spaceship landed on Mars. Fedzi's heart was beating fast as he stepped out onto the red dust. He took a big breath of the thin, cold air. He was on Mars. His first stop? The Elon Musk Martian outpost, a shiny, impressive building in the Martian desert. Inside, Fedzi met Elon Musk himself.
Welcome, explorer. Ready for an adventure?
Fedzi smiled and nodded quickly. His Martian adventure was just beginning. Lunch that day was a surprise. Fedzi sat at a table with Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and King Abdullah of Jordan. They had a lot to talk about. Trump, always the storyteller, told them about his great deals, even on Mars. King Abdullah, calm and respectful, talked about how important it is for countries to work together in space. Fedzi, sitting between these two very different people, tried to follow along. Musk, always thinking about the future, talked about building homes on Mars.
We need to make this planet ours. Build cities, grow food, make a new home for humans.
Fedzi listened carefully and agreed. Mars was a tough place, but it was also a brand new world full of possibilities. As he finished his Martian salad, which was surprisingly good, Fedzi felt excited. He was watching history happen right in front of him. They took a break from Mars with a pretend Mediterranean cruise, thanks to the outpost's amazing technology. Fedzi and his old friend Racimi got on the fake ship. The pretend sun felt warm on their faces as they sailed past amazing computer images of Santorini's white houses and the Amalfi Coast's colorful towns.
It's not quite the same as the real thing, is it?
Racimi laughed, wiping pretend seawater off his face. Fedzi, looking at the fake sunset over the fake Mediterranean, agreed. But it was a nice change from Mars, a reminder of how beautiful Earth is. Plus, it was nice to feel the warmth of the pretend sun. Back on Mars, Fedzi went on a science trip to Valles Marineris, the biggest canyon system in the solar system. The leader was a famous Albanian geologist, Hilmi Gjoni, who knew everything about rocks.
This canyon is billions of years old. It holds secrets about Mars's past, clues about whether anything ever lived here.
As they explored the canyon in their rover, Fedzi thought about the Grand Canyon back on Earth. Both were huge and amazing, but their science trip was interrupted by Hilmi's enemy, the bad guy Rushdie Gjoni, who wanted Martian treasures for himself. A chase began, a race through the canyons of Mars. Fedzi, still surprised from seeing Rushdie, saw something that made him wonder if he was dreaming. There, in the middle of the Martian desert, was Vladimir Putin, wearing a leather jacket and riding a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Need a lift, comrade? Putin grinned and made the engine roar. Fedzi, not sure if he should be scared or laugh, said no thank you. Putin shrugged and zoomed off, leaving Fedzi wondering what just happened. Was it a Martian mirage? He decided to forget about it. Fedzi's next adventure was a pretend trip from the top of Mount Everest to the flat plains of Mars. He met Bill Gates and Jack Ma, who were talking about building an internet system for Mars. Imagine a world where everyone is connected, even on Mars. Think of all the online shopping. Fedzi felt proud. Here he was, an Albanian adventurer talking to famous tech guys on Mars. It was a long way from his small town in Albania. When they reached the pretend top of Mount Everest, Fedzi took out an Albanian flag and stuck it in the pretend snow. Fedzi loved the Martian landscape. One day, he stood at the bottom of Olympus Mons, the biggest volcano in the solar system. Imagine the eruptions, he whispered, amazed by how big it was. As he looked up at the huge mountain, he had a vision of the future. He saw busy Martian cities, green fields, and kids playing in Martian parks. It was a hopeful vision, a reminder that even in tough places, life can grow.
Vega is a young star. It's surrounded by a disk of dust and gas, the stuff that planets are made of.
Fedzi's adventures weren't just on Mars. He went on a trip to Vega, a bright star far away from Earth. He went with Maria, a smart astrophysicist, and James Canira, a brave pilot. The trip was long and dangerous, but they stayed happy. They looked at the stars and talked about everything from black holes to what life means.
The universe is huge and mysterious, full of amazing things.
Fedzi, looking at the swirling colors of the Vega system, felt a sense of wonder. Gap 3S. After their adventures among the stars and on distant planets, Fedzi and Maria grew closer. Their shared experiences, from exploring the Vega system to discussing the mysteries of the universe, forged a deep bond. One evening, under the same stars that had witnessed their journey, Fedzi proposed to Maria. It was a simple, heartfelt moment, surrounded by the grandeur of the cosmos. Maria said yes, and their wedding was a unique celebration of love and discovery. The ceremony was held at the edge of the Grand Canyon, a symbol of Earth's natural beauty and the wonders they had yet to explore. Friends from their journeys, including James Caneira and even Elon Musk, joined them. Fedzi and Maria's union wasn't just a promise to each other, but a commitment to continue exploring the universe together. As they exchanged vows, the stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, marking the beginning of a new adventure. And so Fedzi and Maria embarked on the greatest journey of all, a life shared in love and discovery. Back on Earth, Fedzi saw another amazing thing, a project to make it rain in the deserts of Nevada and Arizona. Elon Musk was there, of course, super excited. "We're turning deserts into oases," Musk said, pointing to the green fields that used to be dry and empty. As rain fell from the sky, Fedzi felt hopeful about the future. If we can fix problems like climate change and not having enough water, then anything is possible. Later that night, under a sky full of stars, Fedzi and Musk used a powerful telescope to measure how far away the moon, the sun, and faraway galaxies are. Fedzi, looking up at the huge universe, felt connected to it all. His adventures, he knew, were not over.